Hello, my friend, and welcome to a very special episode of the Daily English Podcast.
Yes, today we are going to do something creative and very practical. We will describe not just one photo, but 8 different photos. Each photo shows a different situation: family, cinema, market, travel, and more.
And by the end of this episode, you'll know how to describe any photo in English step by step.
That's right. You'll also learn useful phrases like "it looks as if," "perhaps," and "in the background."
Are you ready? Let's begin with the first photo, a family in their garden.
In the photo, we see a small, cozy wooden house in the background.
The house looks warm and simple, maybe a countryside home.
In front of the house, in the garden, a family is spending time together.
The father is wearing a blue shirt. He's smiling and holding a rake.
It looks as if he has just finished working in the garden.
The mother is wearing a white blouse. She's holding a basket full of fresh vegetables.
Perhaps she has just picked them. Maybe she will cook dinner later.
On the grass, the little boy is sitting. He looks curious. He's pointing at something on the ground.
Maybe it's an insect, maybe a flower.
Next to him, the little girl is sitting. She is holding a doll and smiling.
She looks calm and happy, enjoying the fresh air.
When we describe photos, we use 3 steps. Step 1, describe the place.
Here, it's the house, the garden, the plants.
Step 2, describe the people and their actions.
The father is holding a rake. The mother is carrying vegetables. The children are sitting.
Step 3, give your interpretation.
It looks as if, perhaps, maybe.
So, what story does this photo tell?
A simple one. A family spending time together outdoors.
The parents are working and providing food.
The children are playing and discovering.
Together, it shows love, peace, and connection.
Every photo has a story, and every story can be told in English.
Now, let's move to the next photo.
From a quiet family garden
To a lively public place with lights and screens.
the cinema.
Welcome back, my friend. In our last photo, we talked about a quiet family moment in a garden.
Yes, it was peaceful and simple. But now we're moving into a completely different space.
That's right. Imagine the lights are dim, the air is filled with the smell of popcorn, and everyone is waiting for the big screen to come alive.
We're in the cinema. And in this photo, the atmosphere feels both exciting and very real.
Let's start by describing what we see. In the foreground, 3 people are sitting next to each other in the middle row.
Yes. On the left, there's a young man in a striped shirt. He's holding a big bucket of popcorn close to his chest.
His eyes are focused on the screen, and his face looks calm, maybe even hopeful.
It looks as if he's really waiting for something exciting to happen in the film. Perhaps he's the type of person who loves movies deeply.
Now, in the center of the photo, we see a young woman. She's wearing a white t-shirt.
But instead of looking at the screen, her eyes are on her phone.
Exactly. The glow from her phone lights up her face in the dark theater.
It looks as if she's distracted, maybe bored, or maybe she's waiting for an important message.
Perhaps she doesn't really care about the movie, or maybe she's seen it before.
That's the beauty of describing photos. One image can give us many possible stories.
And on the right, there's another young woman. She's smiling brightly, her face full of joy.
Yes, she looks as if she's having a great time. Maybe the movie is funny. Maybe it's a romantic scene.
Out of the three people, she seems to be the most engaged and the happiest.
Her energy feels light and cheerful, which contrasts with the other two.
But the photo doesn't just show these three.
No, in the background, we can see more audience members sitting in rows.
Some faces are clear, some are blurred, but together they create the feeling of a full cinema.
This detail gives the photo more life. It shows that the three people in the foreground are not alone. They are part of a bigger experience.
Now, let's slow down and focus on useful language.
Yes, when you describe a photo, it's good to follow a structure.
Step 1. Start with location words like in the foreground, in the background, on the left, in the center, on the right.
Step 2. Describe people and their actions. Use verbs like holding, looking, smiling, sitting, focusing.
Step 3. Add interpretation. Use phrases like it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, she seems, he might be.
Let's practice. If I say, on the left, the young man is holding a bucket of popcorn.
I can add, it looks as if he is waiting for an exciting part of the movie.
If I say, in the center, the young woman is looking at her phone.
I can add, perhaps she isn't very interested in the film.
And if I say, on the right, the young woman is smiling happily.
I can add, maybe she finds the film funny or touching. Do you see how this works? One sentence gives the fact.
And the next sentence gives imagination.
Fact plus imagination equals storytelling.
And storytelling makes your English richer and more powerful.
Let's give a complete description as an example.
Good idea. Go ahead.
This photo shows a cinema full of people. In the foreground, three friends are sitting together. On the left, a man in a striped shirt is holding a large box of popcorn and watching the screen. In the center, a woman in a white t-shirt is checking her phone. And on the right, another woman is smiling happily. In the background, many other people are sitting and watching the movie.
That's clear and simple. Now let me add interpretation. It looks as if the man is deeply focused. Perhaps the woman with the phone is bored or waiting for a message. Maybe the smiling woman is enjoying a funny part of the film.
Excellent. Now, let's invite our listeners to try.
Yes! Pause this podcast for a moment. Look at a photo near you.
Follow the same steps. Start with what you see.
Then add what you think.
Use phrases like in the foreground, on the left, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe.
The more you practice, the more natural it will become.
So, what does this cinema photo teach us?
That even in the same moment, people can experience life in different ways.
One person is serious,
One is distracted,
and one is joyful.
all sitting side by side, yet living different stories.
And that's the power of describing photos. We turn pictures into stories, and we practice English at the same time. Welcome back, my friend. In our last photo, we sat in a dark cinema, surrounded by silence and glowing screens.
Yes, it was quiet, focused, almost private. But now, look at this photo. We've stepped outside into the noise, the colors, and the energy of daily life.
That's right. This is a market scene, and it feels completely alive. Let's start with the big picture. In the foreground, we see rows of stalls, each one full of fresh produce.
On the left, there are piles of bright yellow mangoes and red dragon fruit. Their colors almost jump out of the photo.
Yes, and right next to them, green vegetables, cabbage, onions, and tomatoes.
On the right side of the photo, there's a stall selling fish. Dozens of fish and seafood are displayed on ice, ready to be sold.
And behind the stall, two men in aprons and gloves are serving customers. Now, let's look at the people. In the center, we see a woman in a blue sweater holding a plastic bag.
She looks as if she's choosing vegetables carefully, maybe checking for the best ones.
In front of her, another woman in black is picking fruit from a crate.
She seems focused. It looks as if she is comparing prices or checking for quality.
On the left, several people are standing at another stall buying leafy greens.
Their faces look concentrated, as if they're bargaining or asking questions about the products.
What story does this photo tell?
It tells the story of everyday life. Shopping, trading, talking.
The market is not just about food. It's about connection, human energy, and community.
Yes, the sellers and buyers all play their part. Some are working hard, some are deciding, some are watching, and some are talking.
Let's stop for a moment and practice useful phrases.
Good idea. To describe this photo, we can use in the foreground, on the left, in the center, on the right, behind the stall.
And for actions, she is choosing, he is holding, they are selling. The man looks as if he is working hard.
For interpretation, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, she seems, he might be.
Let's practice together. If I say, in the foreground there are piles of mangoes.
I can add, they look fresh and colorful, perhaps ready to be sold quickly.
If I say, in the center a woman is holding a bag.
I can add, it looks as if she's shopping for her family.
If I say, on the right, two men in aprons are standing behind the fish stall.
I can add, maybe they are calling out prices or answering questions.
See the rhythm? First the fact, then the imagination.
Yes, and this is what makes your English sound richer. You don't just name things, you tell the story of the picture.
And markets are perfect for this practice because they are full of details, colors, sounds, people, actions.
Exactly. You can describe endlessly and you'll never run out of vocabulary.
Let's create a full description.
Go ahead.
Our photo shows a busy outdoor market. In the foreground are brightly colored fruits like mangoes, dragon fruit, and greens. On the right, a large stall is piling fresh fish on ice. In the center, a woman in a blue sweater is choosing vegetables. Another woman in black is picking fruit from a crate. Behind the stalls, many other people are shopping and talking.
That's clear and simple. Now let me add interpretation. It looks as if the woman in blue is carefully choosing food for her home. Perhaps the woman in black is comparing prices. Maybe the two sellers are calling out to attract customers.
Perfect. And now it's your turn, dear listener.
Yes. Pause this podcast for a moment. Look at this market photo.
Describe it in your own words. Start with the stalls.
Then describe the people and their actions.
And finally, add your interpretation. It looks as if, perhaps, maybe.
She seems, he might be.
If you do this practice, you'll be able to describe any picture in English with confidence. So, what lesson do we learn from this photo?
That daily life is full of details we can describe in English.
That description is more than just naming objects.
It's about telling stories and imagining feelings.
And that markets, with their colors, smells, and sounds, give us endless opportunities to practice.
Both speakers together. Thank you for joining us in the market today. And now let's leave the noise behind.
Because our next photo will take us somewhere different. From buying food in a busy street?
Do you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, of course. Let's go to the coffee shop.
Welcome back, my friend. In the last photo, we walked through a busy outdoor market, full of colors, smells, and lively sounds.
Yes, we saw fruits, vegetables, fish, and people bargaining for the best price. It was noisy, crowded, and full of energy.
But now, the atmosphere has changed. The noise has softened, the smells are different, and the energy is calmer.
We've stepped inside a coffee shop. And in this photo, we see a very familiar daily scene. People waiting in line for their coffee, while a cheerful barista works behind the counter.
Let's start with the barista. On the right side of the photo, a young woman in a denim apron is preparing a drink.
She is smiling as she works, her face showing both focus and friendliness.
Her hands are steady as she uses the coffee machine. You can almost imagine the sound of steaming milk and the rich smell of fresh espresso.
It looks as if she enjoys her job. She seems confident, like someone who has made hundreds of cups before.
Now, let's turn to the customers. In the foreground, we see a small queue.
At the front, a woman in a gray sweater is standing quietly, her eyes on her phone.
Behind her, another woman in a denim jacket is also looking at her phone.
Yes, and further back, two men in shirts are waiting as well. Their expressions are calm, maybe a little tired, as if this is part of their regular morning routine.
It looks as if everyone in the line is used to this, standing, scrolling, waiting for caffeine to wake them up.
But the coffee shop itself deserves attention too. Look at the wall in the background.
The brick wall is decorated with colorful posters, shelves of mugs, and string lights hanging warmly above.
It gives the place a cozy, artistic feeling, like a space where you want to stay, not just grab a drink and leave.
Yes, this is not only a shop, it's a place with personality. The decorations tell us here coffee is not just a product, it's an experience.
So, what story does this photo tell?
It tells the story of modern habits. People wait in silence, their attention fixed on their screens.
It tells the story of work and service. A barista smiling while serving strangers, creating comfort with every cup.
And it tells the story of atmosphere. The design, the lights, the posters all invite people to feel relaxed.
Together, these details make the coffee shop more than just a place to drink. They make it a place to belong.
Let's pause and practice useful phrases for describing.
To describe this photo, you can start with location words. At the counter, in the queue, on the wall, in the background.
For actions, you can say, she is preparing coffee. They are waiting in line. He is looking at his phone. She is smiling.
And for interpretation, add, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, she seems, he might be.
Let's try some examples. If I say, at the counter, the barista is smiling while making coffee.
I can add, it looks as if she really enjoys her work.
If I say, in the queue, a woman is looking at her phone.
I can add, perhaps she is checking her messages while waiting.
If I say, on the wall, colorful mugs and posters are displayed.
I can add, maybe the owner decorated the shop to make it feel warm and artistic.
Do you notice the pattern? First we describe.
Then we imagine.
Facts plus imagination equals storytelling.
And storytelling makes your English sound natural and alive.
Let's build a full description together.
You start.
This is a photo of a cozy coffee shop. On the right, a smiling barista in a denim apron is preparing a drink behind the counter. In the foreground, a line of customers is waiting. A woman in a gray sweater and another in a denim jacket are both looking at their phones. Behind them, two men stand patiently. The wall is decorated with colorful shelves, old posters, and string lights. The warm brick walls and lights create a welcoming atmosphere.
And now I'll add interpretation. It looks as if the barista enjoys her work. Perhaps the customers are on their way to work or school. Maybe this is their regular morning stop. The decorations suggest the shop is designed to feel cozy, not just functional.
Excellent. And now, dear listener, it's your turn. Pause this podcast for a moment. Look carefully at this coffee shop photo.
Start by describing the people, the barista, the queue.
Then describe the atmosphere, the wall, the lights, the shelves. Finally, add your own interpretation. It looks as if, perhaps, maybe.
The more you practice, the more natural your English will become.
So, what do we learn from this photo?
That ordinary routines, like waiting in line, also carry stories.
That describing photos is not just about what we see, but about what we feel and imagine.
That a coffee shop is more than a shop. It is culture, design, and community.
And that English practice is everywhere, in markets, in cinemas, in coffee shops.
Every photo is a lesson. Every detail is a chance to speak.
Both speakers together, thank you for joining us in this cozy coffee shop today. But our journey is not over, because after coffee, many people want to sit quietly and read.
Yes, and that leads us to our next photo. From the warmth of a coffee shop
To the peaceful silence of a bookstore.
Welcome back, my friend. In our last photo, we were in a cozy coffee shop, watching people line up for their drinks while baristas worked with smiles.
Yes, it was warm, lively, and full of energy. But now the scene is different. The smell of coffee is gone, replaced by the soft scent of books and paper.
That's right. We are in a bookstore, or maybe a library, a calm, peaceful place where people come not for food or drink, but for knowledge, reflection, and imagination.
And in this photo, we can almost hear the silence. People are reading, studying, and browsing the shelves.
Let's begin with the foreground. On the left, a woman is sitting in a dark chair, a book open in her hands.
She looks completely focused, her eyes down on the page. It looks as if she is lost in the story.
Next to her, another woman in a light jacket is also reading, her legs crossed, her body relaxed.
Both of them seem calm, as if time has slowed down around them.
On the right, a man in glasses sits with a book as well.
His posture is easy, his expression thoughtful. Maybe he is reading something serious, like history or philosophy.
Or maybe it's a novel that makes him pause and reflect.
That's the beauty of books. From the outside, we can only guess where the mind of the reader is traveling.
In the background, rows of wooden shelves stretch across the room, filled with colorful books.
Some shelves are tall, almost touching the ceiling, while others are lower, creating wide, open spaces to walk through.
People move slowly between the shelves, flipping pages, scanning titles, taking their time.
It looks as if each person is on a private journey, searching, discovering, and learning.
The design of this place is modern and bright.
Yes, the ceiling lights are clear and strong, and big windows on the side bring in natural daylight.
Everything feels open, fresh, and welcoming.
It's the kind of space where you could spend hours without even noticing how much time has passed.
So, what story does this photo tell?
It tells the story of curiosity and peace.
Curiosity, because people are searching for ideas, knowledge, and new adventures.
Peace, because here there is no rush, no noise, only stillness and thought.
Unlike the market or the coffee shop, this is not about movement or energy.
It's about slowing down, focusing, and finding meaning.
Let's practice some useful language.
To describe, use in the foreground, on the left, on the right, in the background.
For actions, she is reading. He is sitting. They are browsing. She is holding a book.
And for interpretation, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, she seems, he might be.
For example, I could say, in the foreground, a woman is reading a book in a chair.
And I could add, it looks as if she is completely absorbed in the story.
If I say, on the right, a man with glasses is reading.
I could add, perhaps he is studying something important for work.
If I say, in the background, people are browsing shelves.
I could add, maybe they are searching for a new novel or a book to help them study.
Do you notice the pattern? First, describe, then imagine.
Yes. Without imagination, it's only information. With imagination, it becomes a story.
And that's the key to describing photos in English. Let's put it all together.
Go ahead.
This is a photo of a modern bookstore or library. In the foreground, people are sitting in comfortable chairs, each one reading. On the left, a woman in gray is focused on her book. In the center, another woman in a light jacket is reading quietly. On the right, a man with glasses is also lost in his book. In the background, rows of shelves are full of colorful books. A few people are browsing slowly. The whole space is bright, with large windows and clean lights, giving a calm and welcoming atmosphere.
And I'll add, it looks as if the readers could stay for hours. Perhaps the woman in gray is enjoying a novel. Maybe the man with glasses is studying for his career. The people at the shelves seem curious, each looking for something special. The room itself feels like a safe space for thinking and imagining.
Excellent. And now, dear listener, it's your turn.
Pause the podcast. Look at this photo carefully.
Start with what you see. The chairs, the shelves, the readers.
Then add what you think. It looks as if, perhaps, maybe.
Practice speaking it out loud in full sentences. Every time you do, your English becomes clearer and more confident.
So what lesson do we take from this photo?
That reading is more than words. It's calm, curiosity, and imagination.
That bookstores and libraries are special spaces that protect silence and discovery.
And that describing photos is not only about what we see, it's about what we feel.
In this photo, every book is a possible journey.
And every reader is already traveling somewhere in their mind.
Both speakers together.
Thank you for joining us in this bookstore today. Next, let's step out of the silence and into something more lively, a photo filled with action and movement.
From peaceful reading
To the excitement of playing at the beach.
Welcome back, my friend. In the last photo, we were inside a quiet bookstore where people were reading in silence.
Yes, it was peaceful, calm, and thoughtful. But now, the world has changed again. Look at this photo. Bright sky, golden sand, and the sound of waves.
We are at the beach, and this photo is alive with movement, laughter, and sunshine.
Let's begin with the foreground. Right in front of us, we see a family building sandcastles together.
On the left, A girl in a pink swimsuit is leaning forward, her hands digging into the sand. She looks focused and excited.
Next to her, a man, maybe her father, is crouching low, shaping the towers of the castle. His face is smiling, as if he is enjoying the game as much as the children.
In the center, a small boy in a blue t-shirt and sun hat is helping, carefully patting the sand. On the right, two more people, a woman and a little girl, are adding decorations. Their faces are full of joy. Together, they are building not only sandcastles, but memories.
Now, let's look beyond them. In the middle of the photo, we see a group of people playing beach volleyball.
Some are jumping, some are running, their bodies full of energy. The ball is flying high in the air, caught in the moment of action. It looks as if the game is friendly, but also exciting. Maybe they are friends, or maybe strangers who just joined together for fun.
And in the background, the ocean stretches out under a blue sky.
Yes. On the water, we can see a boat moving fast, leaving a white trail behind it. A few swimmers are enjoying the waves, splashing in the shallow water. Altogether, the beach feels full of life, play, laughter, sport, and relaxation.
So, what story does this photo tell?
It tells the story of family joy, parents and children creating castles together.
It tells the story of energy, friends running and jumping in the volleyball game.
And it tells the story of freedom, the ocean, the boat, the wide sky. This photo is not about silence. It is about celebration.
Let's pause and practice useful words for describing. For location, you can say in the foreground, in the center, in the background, on the left, on the right.
For actions, try they are building, he is digging, she is laughing, they are playing, the boat is moving.
For interpretation, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, they seem, he might be.
Let's try. If I say, in the foreground, a girl is digging in the sand.
I can add, it looks as if she is trying to make a wall for the castle.
If I say, in the center, people are playing volleyball.
I can add, perhaps they just started the game because everyone looks fresh and energetic.
If I say, in the background, a boat is moving across the sea,
I can add, maybe the people on board are enjoying the view of the beach.
do you hear the rhythm? First description, then imagination.
Yes, fact plus feeling equals story.
And this is how we bring photos to life in English.
Let's put it all together in one complete description.
This is a photo of a sunny beach. In the foreground, a family is building sandcastles. On the left, a girl in pink is digging in the sand. Next to her, a man is shaping a tower. In the center, a little boy in a hat is patting the sand. On the right, a woman and another girl are adding decorations. In the middle of the photo, a group of people are playing beach volleyball, with the ball flying high in the air. In the background, the ocean is calm. A boat is speeding across the water, and swimmers are enjoying the waves. The whole scene is bright, happy, and full of energy.
And now, let me add interpretation. It looks as if the family is making memories together. Perhaps the volleyball players are friends on holiday. Maybe the people on the boat are celebrating a special day. The beach seems like a place of freedom, laughter, and sunshine.
Excellent! And now, dear listener, it's your turn.
Pause this podcast and look carefully at the photo of this beach.
Start with what you see: the sandcastles, the players, the boat.
Then add your imagination. It looks as if
perhaps, maybe.
Speak it out loud, in full sentences.
With each sentence, your English becomes stronger and more natural.
So, what lesson do we take from this photo?
That life has many moods, quiet like a library or lively like a beach.
That describing photos is not only about places, but about emotions.
And that practicing English through scenes like this helps us talk about daily life and joyful moments.
Every wave, every laugh, every smile can become part of your English story.
And this beach photo reminds us to enjoy both learning and life.
Both speakers together, thank you for joining us at the beach today. And now, let's move to our next photo, where a new scene and a new story will be waiting for us.
Welcome back, my friend. In our last photo, we were under the sun, on the beach, watching families build sandcastles and friends play volleyball.
Yes, it was full of laughter, bright colors, and waves crashing on the shore. But now the setting has changed again.
We are no longer by the ocean. Instead, we are standing under a glass roof, surrounded by tall pillars and the sound of rolling suitcases.
That's right. We are in a train station, a place full of movement, waiting, and travel.
Let's start with the foreground. On the left, several people are sitting on benches, waiting for their trains.
A woman in glasses is looking at her phone, perhaps checking messages.
Next to her, a man in a light blue shirt is focused on a small notebook, maybe writing something important.
And another man in a brown jacket is also looking down, his backpack on the floor. They all seem absorbed in their own little worlds.
On the right side, closer to the platform, we see travelers standing with suitcases.
One man has a blue backpack and a rolling suitcase. He looks as if he is waiting for boarding to begin.
A woman nearby, also with luggage, is checking her phone. Maybe she is confirming her ticket or sending a message before departure.
Their faces show focus, a mix of anticipation and patience.
In the background, we see more details of the station. The glass roof lets in natural light, making the place bright.
Large digital boards hang above, showing destinations like Paris, Berlin, Rome.
And the clocks on either side remind everyone that time is important here.
Yes, in a train station, every minute matters. A small delay and you miss your train.
On the right edge of the photo, the sleek white and red train is waiting at the platform.
Its doors are open, ready to welcome passengers.
You can almost imagine the sound of announcements echoing. The train to Berlin will depart in 10 minutes.
And the shuffle of feet as people prepare to board.
So, what story does this photo tell?
It tells the story of travel, people on the move heading to new cities.
It tells the story of waiting, sitting, scrolling, writing, thinking.
And it tells the story of connection. This station is a crossroads linking Paris, Berlin, Rome, and beyond.
Let's pause and practice some useful language.
For describing, use in the foreground, on the left, on the right, in the background, at the platform.
For actions, say they are sitting, he is writing, she is checking her phone, people are waiting, the train is arriving.
And for interpretation, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, they seem, he might be.
Let's try examples. If I say, in the foreground, people are sitting on benches.
I can add, it looks as if they're passing the time before their train leaves.
If I say, on the right, a man is standing with his suitcase.
I can add, perhaps he is traveling for work.
If I say, in the background, the digital board shows Paris, Berlin, and Rome.
I can add, maybe this station connects different countries across Europe.
Do you hear the rhythm again? First describe, then imagine.
Yes, that's how we turn a picture into a story.
And that's how you practice English, by noticing details and giving them meaning.
Exactly. Every place, every photo is an opportunity to speak.
Let's put it all together in a full description.
Go ahead.
This is a photo of a busy train station. In the foreground, several people are sitting on benches, looking at their phones or writing in notebooks. On the right, travelers stand with suitcases, waiting to board. In the background, digital boards show destinations like Paris, Berlin, and Rome, with clocks reminding everyone of the time. Above, the glass roof lets in natural light. On the right edge, a sleek white and red train is ready at the platform. The whole scene feels lively but organized, full of anticipation.
And I'll add, it looks as if the people on the benches could be business travelers or tourists. Perhaps the man with the backpack is going to Berlin. Maybe the woman checking her phone is sending a last message before departure. The station itself seems like a gateway, connecting cities, countries, and people.
Excellent. And now, dear listener, it's your turn.
Pause this podcast and look at the train station photo.
Describe what you see: the benches, the people, the signs, the train.
Then add your own interpretation. It looks as if, perhaps, maybe...
Speak it out loud. The more you describe, the more confident you will sound.
Every sentence you say is one step closer to fluency.
So, what do we learn from this photo?
That travel is more than moving from one place to another. It is waiting, preparing, and imagining.
That describing photos helps us notice the small details that make a story.
And that stations, like people, are full of journeys, some beginning, some ending, some just passing through.
Every train carries stories. Every traveler is a storyteller.
And now, with English, you can tell those stories too.
Thank you for joining us at the train station today. In our next photo, we'll move again to another place, another moment, another story waiting to be told.
Welcome back, my friend. In the last photo, we were standing at a busy train station, watching travelers with their bags, waiting for trains to Paris, Berlin, and Rome.
Yes, it was full of anticipation and movement, but now we've arrived at another kind of travel hub, bigger, brighter, and full of international connections.
That's right. This photo shows an airport terminal, a place where journeys begin, reunions happen, and people carry their hopes across the world.
And in this picture, we see the energy of modern travel. Rolling suitcases, flight boards, and people moving in every direction.
Let's begin with the foreground. In the center, a woman in a checked shirt is walking with her suitcase.
Yes, her steps look steady, her face calm. Perhaps she is traveling for work, or maybe she's going to meet family.
Next to her, on the right, another woman is also walking, her eyes down on her phone.
It looks as if she is checking her ticket or her flight number. Many travelers rely on their phones for everything now.
On the left, two men are walking together. One is carrying a backpack, and the other is rolling a suitcase.
They seem relaxed, maybe talking about their trip. Perhaps they are colleagues flying to a conference, or friends starting a holiday.
Behind them, more travelers are spread across the wide hall, each with their own direction and purpose.
That's the fascinating part of airports. Hundreds of people in one place, each going to a different story.
Now, let's look at the background. The most striking detail is the huge digital board above.
Yes, it shows dozens of flights, destinations, departure times, and gates. It's the heart of the terminal, where everyone looks for guidance.
The clock just below it reminds us again that travel runs on strict time.
In airports, every second counts. Too late, and you miss your flight. Too early, and you wait for hours.
Another detail in this photo is the design of the space.
Yes, look at the tall glass walls and ceiling. They let in natural light, making the hall feel open and airy.
On the sides, there are green plants and even small trees.
It looks as if the architects wanted to bring a sense of calm into a busy space, a reminder of nature, even inside a giant building.
So, what story does this photo tell?
It tells the story of movement, people going from one city to another, one country to another.
It tells the story of preparation, checking tickets, rolling bags, watching the boards.
And it tells the story of dreams, some traveling for work, some for love, some for adventure.
Let's practice useful language for describing.
For location, in the foreground, in the center, on the left, on the right, in the background.
For actions, she is walking, he is rolling a suitcase, they are checking their phones, people are moving through the hall.
For interpretation, it looks as if, perhaps, maybe, they seem, he might be.
Let's try examples. If I say, in the center, a woman is pulling her suitcase.
I can add, it looks as if she is calm and ready for her flight.
If I say, on the right, a traveler is looking at her phone.
I can add, perhaps she is checking the boarding gate for her flight.
If I say, in the background, the giant screen shows dozens of flights.
I can add, maybe this is an international airport, connecting people to destinations all over the world.
Do you notice the pattern? First describe, then imagine.
Yes, and that's how we make a photo more than just an image. We turn it into a story.
And that's how you practice English, by noticing, describing, and imagining.
Exactly. Every scene gives you words. Every word helps you grow.
Let's build a full description together.
Go ahead.
This is a photo of a modern airport terminal. In the center, a woman in a checked shirt is walking with her suitcase. Next to her, another woman is looking at her phone while pulling her bag. On the left, two men are walking together, one with a backpack, one with a suitcase. All around them, travelers are moving in different directions. In the background, a huge digital board shows dozens of flights with a clock below it. The hall is tall and bright, with glass walls, lights in the ceiling, and greenery on the sides. The whole space feels busy but organized, full of anticipation.
And I'll add, it looks as if the woman in the center is traveling confidently. Perhaps the men on the left are heading to a business trip. Maybe the woman on the right is double-checking her gate before boarding. The airport itself seems designed to balance movement with calm, mixing glass, light, and plants.
Excellent. And now, dear listener, it's your turn.
Pause this podcast. Look carefully at the airport photo.
Describe what you see, the people, the suitcases, the giant board.
Then add your imagination. It looks as if, perhaps, maybe.
Speak it out loud. Every time you practice, your English grows stronger and more fluent. So, what lesson do we take from this final photo?
That travel is not only about destinations, but also about the spaces in between. Stations, airports, waiting halls.
That describing these places in English helps us connect words with real life.
And that every photo, no matter how ordinary, can become a story when we practice.
Exactly. In this airport, every suitcase carries a journey. Every traveler carries a dream.
And now, with your English practice, you carry the ability to describe it all.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through photos. From markets to coffee shops,
From libraries to beaches. From trains to airports. Every place has a story. And every story helps you grow in English.